like, I definitely see the Gemini with the hands and the pickpocketing.
Hi, everybody. I'm Julia Loken.
I'm Stevie Anderson.
I'm Lisa Chanu.
And we're What's Your Sign, a comedy astrology podcast for lovers and haters. And we're here to break down the astrology of your favorite Amazon Prime programming. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel for all of your astrology Amazon needs. Today, we are joined by a very special guest, Chris Lamb, ladies and gentlemen, from Have You Tried Not Being a Podcast?
Hi, thanks so much for having me, everyone.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, and please leave a comment of what other Amazon shows you want us to break down. We love talking about astrology. We love Prime Video. This is the marriage of two beautiful worlds.
It is Pride Month, so we are celebrating by watching a very delicious, sexy, erotic, psychological thriller, lesbian period piece, The Handmaiden. The Handmaiden is a 2016 film directed by PARK Chan-wook, just same director as OLDBOY. So you know this is a bomb-ass movie, and we had so much fun watching it, and we're going to break it down astrologically.
Welcome to In the Stars with What's Your Sign? Okay, let's start with Suki. I for sure got Gemini vibes. I mean, she's literally a pickpocket, fast hands. Gemini rules the hands. Yep. Also, Mercury, trickster energy. She's a con artist, and that is so Gemini to me because it's like mental crime. It's obviously still crime and not great, but there's something about tricking someone that does also feel kind of harmless at the same time, or like, I don't know, just different than violent. But she's so quick. She is like, there's just a playfulness about her too that I think, you know, obviously belies her innocence and her naivete that maybe will come back to bite her later on. But I just think there's something so playful and trickstery about it that just gives me big Gemini vibes. But she also has big mommy energy, which to me says Cancer rising, which would put her sun in the 12th house, hidden identity. I like this because she is able to clearly give off nurturing vibes, but also be kind of devious too. What do you guys think?
She's like somehow like a young and old soul combined into one. Just like the trickster energy definitely clocks with the Gemini-ness. So I don't think it's too off base.
Okay, I hate to say, but I think she's a Capricorn. And I think the same reasons. Stomping around, she's like, she has this will to get rich. She volunteers right away. I'll do it right away. Very Capricorn. And I think the pickpocket thing too, like Capricorn rules the bones. And I don't know why, for some reason, that like finger agility thing to me is very like bones. I don't know. I don't know if there's anything there, but that's very bones. And she'll lie. I don't think all Capricorns are liars, but they will like climb to get what they want. They will climb on the back of, they will double cross, they will triple cross somebody. The fact that she can always spot a fake with the earrings and that whole the fencing and knowing, you know, fake art, fake jewelry, that's very Capricorn to me. A Capricorn can always spot a fake. And the only part that I think is like a little iffy is that they would never get double crossed, but we find out in the end she's in on it and she gets her revenge. So I think for me, super Capricorn. And if we're going Cancer rising, I could totally see that sun being on the descendant. So that's my argument.
I would agree with Suki being mercurial for sure. I'm gonna push for Virgo just because, yeah, I feel like Suki gives off a very Virgo vibe. I'm biased because I'm a Virgo stellium, but I find that Gemini would probably be able to suss out a double cross a little bit more easily since they're able to consider more possibilities than a Virgo. I feel like just because it's earthy, Virgo has a little bit more linear thinking where it's like, yeah, well, like, of course it would go this way. Like, why wouldn't it go this way? Which is very much how Suki was in the beginning, right? Thinking that like, oh yeah, like I got this. Like I totally got everyone wrapped around my finger when she doesn't. I'm fully pushing for a Cancer moon. Maybe a Cancer rising, yes. Definitely a Cancer moon. Because despite her mercurialness, like she falls so quickly for Suki and feels so bad so quickly. And like having a moon at home, I think that is so indicative of someone who like can't help but follow their feelings and can't help but cry. I think she's a Cancer moon because I also don't think that she's a good scammer, actually. I don't think she's a good scammer.
You're right.
Like Cancer moons think that they can hide their feelings and they can't.
Okay, I kind of want to just split the difference, and I don't know if this actually is splitting the difference, but I'm gonna go Cancer Sun. I know, like why? Because I think too that going back to that mommy energy, I think Cancers get this rep of sweet and like love, and they have that, but also mommies get shit done. When that tooth needed to be ground down, it's like get it in the mouth, and I think mommy energy doesn't get enough credit to doing kind of hard stuff a lot of the time. I think it's always equated to easy, where it's not always easy. And I think she goes into stuff that's really hard and soft and wet and a lot of other different things. And I think even too, I like the mercurialness too, because of like, you know, visualizing and talking about when they're in the midst of love making. Also, please shout out, I love a period lesbian piece. Like favorite genre of movie. I'm so happy we got to watch this. I do like a cat moon. I don't know. I'm sensing that mommy daddy dominant sub energy. It's really present just in her personality. I'm gonna also throw out a Virgo rising because one, I'm a people pleaser and I'm meeting Chris and I want to give you a Virgo placement. So I'm just doing it strictly for our guest Chris. That's not true. Two, it's
I appreciate that.
Two, I think Virgos can come off like they know what they're doing, kind of what you mentioned before, because they can seem like the expert when they have no clue at what is actually happening. And yeah, back to the mercurial thing of just like really describing very verbal, but not in this like, I don't know, it's in a way more thoughtful, earthy way than maybe like a Gemini quick just play sort of thing.
Okay, let's move on and talk about the character we are all just dying to dive into. Let's talk about Lady Hideko. Yes. Just a mystery wrapped up in an enigma that we're just like, who is she? Like the inventor of that. Who is she? I really feel like I was swept up in this initial illusion. Initially, I was like, Pisces. She's gotta be. There's the scene of her literally like sleepy baby eating a lollipop in the bathtub. I was like, I've never seen anything more Pisces in my life. When she shows Suki her collection of shoes, you know, she's this like damsel locked away in this palace with all of these shoes, nowhere to wear them. Pisces rules the feet. I've never met a Pisces who isn't obsessed with footwear. I can't think of anything more punishing than to have all of these beautiful shoes and nowhere to show them off. But as we get deeper and we find out more about her upbringing, and you know, she seems so naive and innocent and sweet at first, but then we see there is so much going on below the surface, which is still Piscean to me. You know, I think Pisces puts on an air of sweetness and innocence because they want to like keep the whole thing moving. But beneath that, they're so chill and calm and like open like that because of that wisdom too. So like don't get fooled by a Pisces like I did watching this. I think she's maybe a Pisces rising, not a Pisces sun. And I'm gonna go Aquarius sun because again, I've been obsessed with this putting suns in the 12th house because everybody's hiding their true, you know, identity, true intentions, true selves. And I think that we see her get kind of more and more calculating, but still playful and thoughtful and smart and just like one step ahead, maybe 5 steps ahead of everybody. And that to me is pretty aqua. When she's just like laughing at things to herself, it's so like diabolically wonderful. I love her. I love her.
I immediately thought Pisces too. There's just so much hidden under the surface, and she is in charge the whole time. And Pisces being the last sign of the zodiac, they have the knowledge of all the other signs that come before them. And I just think that being hidden away, kind of locked in this like palace, it's so Piscean to me. She also just, there's this moment of you thought she was a lamb. And that is so Pisces to me because they can be very cutting. They know they're 3 steps ahead of you. The hidden trauma, I think she also says, I'm no flame. That's very like watery to me. all-knowing, always has the upper hand, all of the other zodiacs combined, empathetic, acting on love. All of these things to me are so Piscean. And I know that sometimes we think this kind of mastermind thing wouldn't be a water sign thing, but I think it really is when it comes to Pisces, because they just know everything. It's like your grandmother who knows you better than you know you.
Well, I think Pisces, too, a lot of the times act like they don't know what's going on, even though when they really are the masterminds behind the scene. Pisces know, and maybe not all of them, but most of the ones I met pretend like they don't know how to do anything because they realize that makes other people do stuff for you. So I think it's like this very strategic thing with Lady Hideko. I like this Aquarius mentioned too, maybe like an Aqua Moon, because there's so much like love and beauty and all this stuff, but there's also this hard to pin down who are you really? Who is she? Aqua Moons are notoriously unknowable in a lot of ways, and I think she gives a lot, but then also you're like, what, like, how am I getting all of you and somehow nothing all at the same time?
Oh my god,
again,
calling me out again.
Are you Aqua Moon?
Yeah, so I'm a Cancer rising, I'm moon ruled, but I have an averse moon.
Yes.
Yes. I would also say that, okay, so I'm not saying that Scorpios are violent. I'm not saying this at all. I'm saying that Scorpios are traditionally ruled by Mars, and I felt the Scorpio when she like thrashed at Suki, right? When like in that bedroom scene when she was like, I'm hinting that I like you. I'm hinting that I like you. And so are you going to tell me to like not marry the Count? And Suki, you know, does not do a good job at lying and is like, yeah, you should totally marry him. You'll fall in love with him. And then she like totally like clocks her, like claps her.
Yes.
Totally
Well,
claps
also
her.
that hint dropping too of like, I'm setting you up, of like I'm doing all of these things. You just have to walk into my trap is so Scorpio to me too, and that like defensiveness.
Like literally being like, I'm being vulnerable with you right now. Do you understand how much of a gift this is? Like, and you're responding to my vulnerableness with like more lying? Like, absolutely not. Like, that's so Scorpionic.
I love the phrasing of not all Scorpios are violent, just most of them choose violence is really the lesson learned. I am going to throw a wrench in here and throw out a Leo moon. I don't know. There's something about Lady Hideko too that is that sunshine regality. While it does seem like she's kind of easy to string along and go, it's ultimately her show. You know, like she's driving this boat, and pitching their shipness as Suki with this Cap moon to me with this Leo, because Leo and Cap to me are both I'm the boss, and that's going to be their relationship from here on out, is figuring out that they're both a little bit of the boss. So I do like the double Scorpio moons, but I'm going to pitch a Cap moon, Leo moon, because even we've talked about this on the podcast, like the symbols are like kind of the same. Like they have a lot of weird same but different energy of being like the co-CEOs of their own horniness, basically. So I think that they're both like secret but not secret bosses, which is hot. Okay, I have a question. What do you guys think they're doing right now? Like, what are they up to? Where are they? What is their life?
They're in a vineyard somewhere in like I just see a huge field somewhere.
So that has been the wild and astrological ride of The Handmaiden. Absolutely watch this movie. It's incredible.
Can you imagine if I was like, yeah, it was all right. Like an Aquarius moon.
Yeah.
Was it good for you too?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We'll have to have you back because this was a ball. You're the fourth member of What's Your Sign. It's official.
Oh my god, thank you.
If you like us, you can hear us on our podcast, What's Your Sign? Astrology comedy podcast for lovers and haters. Episodes out every Monday.
Follow us, smash the subscribe on the Amazon Prime channel. Follow us on all of our What's Your Sign socials. Listen to our podcasts. Have a sexy pride.
Whoa, oh my god. I see the whole...
See you later. We have to try everything, right?
Hello. This and later.
I don't care about the show. I just want a good blooper reel.
I want to learn science.
You guys are going to make the look like I'm in the show, right? You're gonna put in the effects. Replace the green. I don't want to look like an asshole here.
Sorry.